Yoo akkam jirtu maatiin hambaatuubi nagaa keessanii har'an boostiri kutaa kurnaffaa Unit 1 Part 3 Unification of Germany kan jedhu waliin ilaalla. Yoo darbe Part 2 irratti koo ilaalle Nationalism and Unification of Italy waliin ilaalle. Under that we have discussed about the challenges to unification of Italy, process of unification of Italy, and events in unification of Italy. Finally, the consequence of Italian unification ilaalle turre. Har'ammoo kan waliin ilaalle Unification of Germany kan jedhu waliin ilaalla. One type German unification when you say similar to Italy, Germany was disunited until 1870s. In Italy, there were around 8 PT states or small state in Italy. In Germany also around 39 PT states before German unification. Now we are going to discuss about the beginning of German unification, the obstacles to German unification, and the process of German unification, and that is final result. Before we start the topic, let us see about objective of this lesson. Learning outcome of the lesson. At the end of this lesson, students will be able to relate political and strategic causes to subsequent effect in German unification, kind of political strategy and the strategic causes kan jedhan isaan kana waliin ilaalla. Show in a visual timeline events related to German unification kan saayyuu timeline one event isaanii tokko tokkoon tarreessuu dandeessu waan ta'eef agarsiisuu qabdu jedhama. Kanaaf kallattiin gara barnootaa keenyatti seenna. Unification of Germany. In 1815, the Congress of Vienna created German Confederation, which was consisted of 39 separate autonomous states. When we come to Italy, Italy divided into 8 PT states before its unification. But when we come to Germany, Germany divided into around 39 PT states, a small state, separate state under German Confederation. So the resolution of Vienna Congress of 1815 left German, created German Confederation, which consisted of 39 small separate states in Germany. Actually, in Germany, there were around 300 states. Later on, reduced to 100 states. By Vienna Congress, state of Germany reduced to 39 states. 39 states for Vienna Congress in kan ni godhe barsana keessatti German Confederation yung hundeesseet cities of Domsagal kana modda qoqqoodee dhiise. Gaaf sana immoo while Austria Empire usually dominated German Confederation, the state of Prussia took the lead in unifying German into Germany. Kanaaf state gurguddoo lama arganna. Vienna Congress in mirga kenneera, Austria mirga kenneera. Kanaaf the Vienna Congress created German unification and confederation under the domination of Austria. But another state similar to Sardinia of Italy, there was a state called Prussia. Prussia also took the lead in unifying them. That means them when we say 39 states into Germany. So the process of German unification was somewhat supported or led by the state called Prussia. Prussia, when we say Nicholas unification of Germany, the only independence German before unification, similar to Sardinia or Sardinia of Italy. As a result, in 1848, revolution broke out in Italy as well as in Germany. Germany fi Italy kan wal fakkeessu wanta gurguddoo sadii jira. One, German-Italy unification is started by the event of Vienna Congress. Vienna Congress put Italy divided into 8 important states. The same as through German also, Vienna Congress created German Confederation, which consists of 39 separate states, autonomous states in Germany. So Vienna Congress means the events which led to the beginning of Italian unification as well as German unification, one similarity. The second similarity means there was year of revolution 1848. 1848 in Germany and Italy, the year of revolution. Kesayu to oppose foreign powers in Italy as well as in Germany. Again, what makes similar unification of Germany and Italy? Germany and Italy before the unification dominated by foreign powers. In the case of Italy, there were 2 important foreign powers. These were Austria and France in Italy. Again, in Germany, there were also 3 important foreign powers. These were Austria, France, as well as Denmark. This means the 3 similarities of unification of Italy and Germany. So In 1848, revolution failed to establish a unified German state. Kana 1848tti revolutioniin yookiin immoo warraaqsi guddaan gaggeeffame maal gochuudhaaf foreign power warra jenne kan Denmark, France and Austria biyya isaanii keessaa baasuudhaaf. But also failed. What was failed we'll discuss in this video because this agreement formed among the German state on what? On the choosing the state which they will establish. Which will be or would be established after unification of Germany. Kanaaf Germany gaafa unify goonu state akkamii hundeessinaan. Kanaaf waldhabdeen gidduu isaaniitti uumame revolution 1848 otoo galmaan ga'een hafe waan ta'eef isa laallaa gara gadiitti. Kanaaf Vienna Congress stateewwan kana gargar qoqqoodee dhiise. This mean German state. For example, Prussian territories. Lafti kuni lafa Prussiaati isaan kun. Prussian territories naannoo kanaadha. Isaan kun immoo other German stateidha. Warri adiin kun German stateidha. Austria dabalatee Bavarian, Ward, the Saxony, Kingdom of Saxony jechuudha. The other one, Bohemia, and other state here. Holstein warreen jedhaman stateewwan kuni German stateidha. Inni kun immoo boundary of German Empireidha. Look, boundary of German Empireidha. Asin Russia jira, asin Hungaryidha, asin immoo France, Great Britain to jira one ta'eef this indicate about German before this unification. It looks like this one. Kanaaf German tokkoomin duratti kana fakkaatti waan ta'eef isa kana opposition to German unification or obstacle to German unification. German unification faced different oppositions or obstacles. Various forces that oppose unification of Germany before 1870s were one foreign powers. Foreign powers kan jennu Austriaadha. Austrian dominates the German Confederation. After 1864, they also controlled Holstein from German state. This one is the first and the most important one. The second, Russia. Russia also influenced German state and directly. France also another foreign power in Germany before the unification. Case of German also controls two important German states. Sana gargaritti lalla. Isaan kunis Alsace and Lorraine jedhamu under the rule of France. Kan biraa immoo Denmark. Denmark state lama qabatteetti until 1864 Holstein kan jennuudhaa fi Schleswig kan jennu lamaan isaanii qabatteetti. Kanaafi German unification also faced opposition or obstacles from foreign powers. Similar to Italy. Italian unification faced oppositions. One from the domination of foreign powers. Keessayyuu torbe darbe akka laalle video darbe keessa akka laalletti. The first one, Austria. Austria controlled two important states from the land of Italy. These were Lombardy and Venetia. Similar to that, German also challenged by the existence of foreign powers like Austria, Prussia, and France. Keessayyuu maal jennee jalqabarratti the Vienna Congress created German Confederation under the domination of Austria. By using their position, Austria began to challenge the process of German unification. Kanaaf positioning Vienna Congress kenne gubbaatti hundoofte warraaqsa kamuu German keessatti kan gaggeeffamnedhaaf irra dhaabbattee dhorkaa turte waan ta'eef isa kana kan bara the second obstacle to unification of Germany small German stateidha. German state as you know including Austria, Germany was divided into 39 states before the unification, that which created by Vienna Congress of 1815. So German state was also opposed unification of Germany because they feared Prussian domination. Maal sodaatu German unification keessatti state lama arganna jenne. Austria dominating the German Confederation. Prussia also began to lead the process of German unification. In that case, other small German states, 38 German states fell the Prussian domination. Both Germany yoo tokkoomte Prussian dominate nu gochuu dandeessi. Prussian powerful state idham. Wealthy state which had constitution, civil right and the parliament kan qabdudha waan taateef that means they feared Prussian domination, so they began to ignore the unification of Germany. Keessayyuu 1866 keessatti gaafa Austria fi Prussia wal dhaban German state warra Prussia sodatan dhaqanii eenyuun deeggaraniiru warra Austria deeggaraniiru. Kanaaf small German state also became obstacle to unification of Germany because they feared Prussian domination. The third and the last obstacle to opposition to unification of Germany, we can say obstacle or opposition. The Catholic state. The Catholic state also feel domination by Protestants. Keessaa North fi South gidduu garaagarummaa amantaa jira. The Northern and the Southern difference in religion, Catholic and the Protestant dha waan ta'aniif keessaa warri South Catholic maal sodaatu? The North Protestant sodaatu. Is also another obstacle or opposition to German unification. Kanaaf walumaa galatti similar to Italy, unification of Germany faced opposition from these three important as classes, or what we can say problems: foreign powers, the small German state, the Catholic state. Now steps toward unification of Germany or German unification. German unification get toward German kun stepwwan gurguddoo afur kan isaan deeman. So under the dominance of Napoleonic French Empire from 1804 up to 1815, the German developed a sense of common cause to remove French invaders and reassert control over their land. So the German developed a sense of common cause, mean the first step unification of Germany. Okay, so German unification get step in jalqaba. Germans developed what? A sense of common cause. Sense of common cause gaafa to remove the French invaders. That mean from 1804 up to 1814, German was under the domination of what? Napoleonic French Empire. You know at the grade 9, what we can say Napoleonic era. Napoleonic era gaafa yinnoon booddeetti achiin booddee garaan gootti kan dhufe immoo Napoleon the second fi Napoleon the third jira. Kanaaf Napoleon the third also dominated German, especially Vienna Congress. Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated in 1815. In that case, before 1850, the domination of Napoleon in all parts of Europe. In that case, for 10 years, Germany was under the domination of Napoleon Bonaparte of France. So, in this case, the Germans developed a sense of common cause. Sense of common cause, miira tokkummaa kan isaan uuman. Miiri tokkummaan isaanii uumaal gochuudhaafi to remove French invaders and reassert control over their lands. Invaderii warra Faransaay kan ofirraa fonqolchanii akkasumas immoo tokkummaan lafa isaanii deebisanii qabachuudha. Kanaaf inni kuni the first step unification of Germany. The second, also the German railway constructed. The development of German railways was another step unification of Germany. So, in this case, especially under Albert Charles and a person known as King William I, they began to construct railway to bring German people together. So their main target was to bring social unity before political unity. In this case, the development of German railway was the first indicator of a unified state in Germany. Kanaaf, kokkomoo Germanii kan fide immoo daandiin baaburaa kun ijaaramuu isaati. Kanaaf, as travel became easier, faster and less expensive, German state to see unity among themselves. Kanaaf gaafa daandiin baaburaa ijaaramuuf transportation maal ta'eeram easier, faster and less expensive. One day, German state started to see unity. This is also second step unification of Germany. Daandiin baaburaa ijaaramuun isaa kuni keessa under William the first kan jennu kana keessatti gahee olaanaa qaba. The third step the third step when you say the revolution of 1848. Revolution bara 1848. Inni kun immoo German rebels initiated a movement for unified German. German tokkoomsuudhaaf kan isaan ka'an warra kamidha? Rebels initiated a movement for unified Germany. This indicates the third step unification of Germany. That means the revolution of 1848. So the revolution emphasized the importance of tradition, education, and linguistic unity of people in a geographical region. The main target of Revolution 1848 focused on three important things. One, before political unification, they wanted to bring traditional unity among Africans. That means Germans. Warri Jarmanoota akka aadaan isaaniitiin walitti madaqan barbaadu. They wanted to bring religious education unity among the German state. Germany karaa barnootaatiin akka walitti hidhamaniif gahee guddaa taphataniiru. Linguistic unity. That means unity based on language of German. It is also third step. But that revolution of 1848 has already mentioned, kan dura ibsetti, failed to attempt its attempt to unify German-speaking states because of division of the German ruling class on the type of government they wanted to establish. So the revolution of 1848, this main emphasis were tradition, education, and linguistic unity of a people in a geographic region. Kanaaf tokkummaa aadaa, tokkummaa barnootaaf tokkummaa afaanii barbaadu waan ta'eef haa ta'u malee dhumarratti revolution of 1848 maal hin taane fiixa ba'uu hin dandeenye. It was failed. Why? Because of division of German ruling class on the type of governance they wanted to establish. Some of them wanted what? Democratic form of government. Warreen kaan immoo maal barbaadu? Parliamentary government barbaadu. Warreen kaan immoo under the unification of Germany under Prussia. Prussia mean constitutional monarchy latti barbaadu. Others also want to establish what we can say rebellion form of government barbaadu. This means what we can say disagreement formed among the German ruling class. As a result, the attempt of unifying Germany by the revolution of 1848 was failed. The fourth and the last step means the formation of Sovereign. Sovereign actually formed in 1819. Kitaba kana gubbaarraa 1834 jedha. But it was created by Prussia in 1819. But in 1834, it included all German states except Austria. The main target of Sovereign was what? To bring unity among the German states and to exclude Austria from other German states. The main objective of the formation of Sovereign. So, Sovereign means it is indicate not the political unity. It was also economic unity. It was an economic alliance between German states. German state created Sovereign. Sovereign means an economic alliance between German states which promote trade and a strong economy among the German states. Kanaaf economic alliance kuni Sovereign jedhama. Sovereign kan hundeesse Prussiaadha. Bara 1819tti maal gochuudhaaf German state warra kaan walitti fidde Austria exclude gochuudhaaf. The main objective of the Sovereign. In this case, Sovereign also in 1834 that might include all German states except Austria based on its objective. So this custom will also allow for removal of tariffs on the products traded between German states. Kanaaf kaayyoon isaa taarifa remove gochuudhaan yookiin dhabamsiisuudhaan warri German state maal gochuudhaaf akka waliin daldalaniif gahee guddaa taphateera. Kanaaf Sovereign kaayyoon isaa to bring economic unity before political unity. The main target of Germany says this also the fourth step as the last step, a unification of Germany. Walumaa unification of Germany keessatti step gurguddoo afurtu jira. One, Germans developed a sense of common cause. Lammaffaa development of German railway. Inni sadaffaan immoo revolution of 1848. Inni arfaffaan dhuma Sovereign of 1834. Isaan kun hundinuu step warri German deeman isaan gurguddoo arfani. Again, Bismarck plan for Germany, similar to Italy. Italy keessatti namni beekaman yoo jenneerra, a person called Count Camillo Cavour. Count Camillo Cavour means the Prime Minister of Sardinia in Italy. But in the case of German unification, we have also a person called Otto von Bismarck, influential person in unification of Germany. This person also appointed as Prime Minister of Prussia in 1862. So, Otto von Bismarck was conservative politician and a leading force behind the German unification. Namni kun conservativeidha. Jijjiirama nama barbaanne ta'uu danda'a. Garuu immoo German unification duuba kan jiru Otto von Bismarck nama jedhamudha. Otto Bismarck kun nama akkamiiti? He came from Junker class and landed nobility in Prussia. Warra abbaa lafaati. Sanyii warra abbaa labbaataa kan ta'e nam Otto von Bismarck came to power. His history also similar with that of Count Camillo Cavour of Prussia, Piedmont, Sardinia, in the case of Italian unification. Kanaaf jarreen lamaan isaaniiyyuu seenaan isaanii wal fakkaata. Kanaaf he was prominent figure in Prussian politics. Siyaasa Prussia keessatti nama iddoo guddaa qabu. Jattiin prominent figure in Prussian politics nama beekamaadha jechuudha karaa biraatiin. Kanaaf 1864 the new Prussian King William the First. That means before that there was another person Albert Charles Albert nama jedhamutu bulchaa ture. Plus Bismarck as Prime Minister. Kanaaf Prime Minister Raashiyaa godhee kan Pruushiyaa godhee kan fileewudha. William the First yookiin immoo New Prussian King kan ta'e. Kanaaf Bismarck came to power as Prime Minister of Russia. What's the plan of this person? So Bismarck favored unification of Germany under Prussian leadership. Namni kun feeni samani German unification achieve gochuun filate under Prussian leadership filate. Prussia moo maaliif filate? What's the main reason? Why this person also chose Prussia? Because Prussia was a very wealthy German state. German keessatti statein qabeenya qabdu kamidha? Prussia. From the 39 state, Prussia was a wealthy German state. Jalqabarratti maal jenneerra? Vienna Congress create German Confederation of 39 autonomous states. From the 38 autonomous states, by 1834, they ignore Austria. They regard Austria as foreign power. Now, from 38 states, Prussia was wealthy German state. It had large coal deposit in Ruhr Valley and a flourishing iron and steel industry. Kan biraa immoo qabeenya uumama coal deposit qabdi naannoo Ruhr Valley jedhamu keessatti flourishing iron and steel industry immoo qabdi. Kanaaf iron qabdi, steel industry yookiin immoo warshaa qorqorroo yookiin warshaa sibiilaa qabdi. Ishiin kun gahee guddaa taphateera. And had a strong army and the military was glorified. Kan biraa immoo strong army loltuu cimaa kan qabdudha. Military was glorified kan taate. Kanaaf a person called Bismarck went to favor the unification of Italy under what? Under the leadership of Prussia because of these important reasons. Now Bismarck came to power, the German toward the unification, using his political philosophy of real politics, that in the politics of reality, and the blood and iron policy. Kanaaf namni kun philosophy isaa maal jedhama? Real politics. In English, the politics of reality. Afaan isaaniitti real politics. Afaan immoo Ingiliffaatiin politics of reality. Kanaaf the blood and iron policy. The policy isaa immoo. Kanaaf policy qaba, philosophy qaba. So what is the philosophy of Bismarck? Real politics. His policy, blood and iron. That means the two important methods he used or his philosophy in some real politics yoo ta'u, policy in some blood and iron isaan kanadhaan. What is real politics mean? Real politics of reality mean pursue goal by any means necessary. Kanaaf kaayyoo keenya galma ga'uu kan dandeenyu karaa barbaachisen go toward or break territories. Kanaaf namni kun maal real politics jechuun isaa maanni pursue goal by any means necessary. Karaa barbaachisaa ta'een kaayyoo keenya galmaan ga'annaadha. The interest of a person called him Otto von Bismarck of that mean Prime Minister of Prussia. This one is the most important one. So real politics mean according to him, pursue goal by any means necessary. Go to war or kita gara waraana deemuudhaan liberate territories. Yoo raasa deemu maal gochuudhaan kufuun ka'uun sobuudhaan waliigaltee diiguudhaan ta'uu danda'a jedha. Kun maalidha? Real politics isaati, philosophy isaati. Kan biraa blood and iron policy dha. Blood and iron policy dhiigaaf sibiilaanii kan immoo unification of Germany could be achieved only by what? By blood and iron. Not by signing a treaty with Austria. Not by what we can say making a relation with Austria. The main target of this person using blood and iron policy that means using military power to achieve unification of Germany. Kanaaf German tokko immoo kan dandeessu maaliin blood and iron qofaanii jedhee yaada waan ta'eef dhiigaa fi sibiilaan kun maal agarsiisa? The importance of using the military power to achieve unification of Germany. So unification movement was enforced from top down. That means it was supported by royal policies, supported by the Prussian ruling class jechuudha. Kanaaf qabsoon German tokkoomsuu kun kan eessaatu kaayyoon isaanii top down gubbaarraa kan gad dhufeedha. That means the interest of the ruling class, not the interest of masses only. Kanaaf uummata otoo jalqabee down to topidha. Gubbaarraa gad jalqabee waan ta'eef ruling class irraa top down jennaan kana. Kanaaf to unify Bismarck by using his policy, blood and iron, philosophy, real politics, a person called Bismarck fought three important wars. The first war, the Danish War of 1864. They began over the Duchies, Schleswig and Holstein. Kumarti jalqabe koosii waraana kana Denmark, Danish war gaafa jennu 1864, the war which fought between Denmark and Prussia in German unification. So what were the causes of German unification? That means Danish war. Denmark controlled the two important territories from the German land. These were Schleswig and Holstein. Holstein Schleswig kan jedhamtu settlement kan qabdu waan ta'eef that means the cause of conflict. As a result of the war, Denmark was defeated in Danish war. So the territory which now is Schleswig was given to Prussia, while Austria kept Holstein. In that agreement, Holstein given to what we can say Austria. Why Austria supported what we can say Prussia at that time. Keessa namni kun maal jedhee yaada? Bismarck eliminating our enemies one by one, not declaring war at the same time on our enemies. Diina keenya balleessuu kan dandeenyu al tokkotti waraana irratti bannee yoo ta'an isaan mara gargaarsa fudhannee isaanii balleessuu dandeenya jedhee yaada. Who was him? A person called Otto von Bismarck, the Prime Minister of Prussia at that time. So this person also supported in the Danish war by Austria, by promising to Austria Holstein. Kanaaf Holstein waadaa galeefiiti akka Austriaan ishii gargaarte Denmarkin injifattuuf gahee guddaa taphate namni kun Prussia keessatti that mean the Otto von Bismarck jennu kun. Kanaaf in the Danish war by getting support from Austria, Denmark was defeated and eliminated from the land of Germany. In this case, the state swing given to Prussia, but Austria kept Holstein. Holstein when you've connected Austria from over until the Second War. The first foreign power now eliminated. The Second War in German unification, Austro-Prussian War. Austro-Prussian War means the war which fought between Austria and Prussia in 1866. This war sometimes known as the 7 Weeks War. Waraanni kun maal jedhama? Waraana guyyaa torban torbaati. 7 Weeks War jedhama. Kanaaf the Second War in German unification, known as Austro-Prussian War of 1866, which is sometimes known as the 7 Weeks War. This main target also two important causes. One, to control Holstein. The second one, German leadership. German leadership, when we say, as you know, as we have discussed at the beginning of this video, in 1815, Vienna Congress also created German Confederation under what? Under the Austrian domination. So German was until 1866 ruled by the domination of Austria. Now Prussia also began to lead unification of Germany. In this case, Prussia also went to get the role of leading German unification in the place of Austria. In this case, to control territory of Schleswig and Holstein mean one cause of Austro-Prussian War. Keessa yoo waadaa galtee fi 1864 Holstein kennitee fi gargaaramtee Austria gargaarsa argattee Denmarkin injifatteetti waan ta'eef Holstein nama deeffachuu barbaaddi Prussian. Kan bira Prussia was supported by Italy in Austro-Prussian War. Italy immoo maaliif support gooteetti? Lombardy and Venetia also ruled under what? Under Italy, under Austria. But Italy got Lombardy in 1859 jenneerra. Ammoo maal fudhachuu barbaaddi? Venetia fudhachuu barbaaddi. By giving support to Prussia in the Austro-Prussian War of 1866. So, in Austro-Prussian War of 1866, which fought between Austria and Prussia, Prussia was supported by Italy in its move. Gargaarsa kan argattee uraayu Prussia dhawu. In the first war, Danish war keessatti gargaarsa argatteetti from Austria itself. Now supported by Italy. The small German states that defeated Prussian domination were on the side of Austria. Negative outcome of German unification keessatti obstacle isa kana. Jalqaba maaliin obstacle guddaa sadii tarreessine. One, what we got foreign powers yen. Lammaffaa small German state. Small German state maaliifi defeated Prussian domination ida. Now, in the Austro-Prussian War of 1866, when Prussia and Austria fought each other, small German states that feared Prussian domination were on the side of Austria. Austria gargaaran. Kanaaf Austria supported by other German states, Prussia supported by Italy. In the Austro-Prussian War of 1866. At the Battle of Congrats or Sadowa on 3 July 1866, Prussian army quickly defeated the Austrian forces. Again, the second foreign power Germany was defeated now at the Battle of Sadowa. Sadowa gaafa jennu on 3 July 1866 after 7 weeks fighting. Edda torban tokko waraaniin booddeetti Austria was defeated. Austrian force defeated by Prussia. Prussia supported by Italy. Austria supported by other German state. So what is the result of 7 weeks war? 7 weeks war result in Saniman. So Holstein was annexed by Prussia. Holstein in bara 1864 Prussia Austriaadhaaf kennamte Prussiaadhaaf deebi'uu isheeti. Lammaffaa Austria was excluded from German affairs. Keessaayyuu the German Confederation dominated by Austria. So Austria also excluded from German affairs in 1866. Venetia was given to Italy. Italy jalqabas Venetia barbaachaaf dhufte. Waan ta'eef isa kana, so in the place of German Confederation, new German Confederation also established. That known as North German Confederation. Jalqabaman jenneerra, at the beginning of this video, especially Vienna Congress created German Confederation under the Austrian domination. Now Austria was eliminated, cleared out of German affairs. In this case, German state came together and formed a new confederation. That new confederation, which formed in 1866, known as the North German Confederation, was formed under the leadership of Prussia. Before that, the German Confederation was under leadership of what? Austria. Austrian defeated Gatatemo for the German Confederation around the Fatan state so domisade Kabatamokun. Duramekada, so domisagat, including Austria dabalateti. Kanaf German Confederation was formed under leadership of Prussia, consisted of all German states, except the state in the south, especially when the people were rebel and Catholic. Kesau, the third obstacle of German unification in Malgenera, the Catholic state in Catholic state, southern state, those who feared the domination of Protestants kan jenne sana. Kanaaf bara 1867 German Confederation in state German state hunduuf keessatti qabata. Warra kan malee warra Saawusii with the people, liberals and the Catholic warra ta'an malee. So the second enemy also defeated. The last war in German unification, known as the Franco-Prussian War of 1870 up to 1871. Waraanni dhumaammoo German unification keessatti maal jedhama? Franco-Prussian Warrior. Kanaaf inni kun maal jedhama? The last event in unification of Italy and Germany. Keessaayyuu unification of Italy and Germany kan wal fakkeessu started by Vienna Congress, ended by the Franco-Prussian War, completed by Franco-Prussian War. So, Franco-Prussian War of 1871, which fought between France and Prussia. In France and Prussia gaggeeffame. In this case, the causes of the conflict mean two important territories. One, Holstein and Lorraine. Keessaayyuu bara 1870 Faransaay lafa warra Germany keessaa state lama qabatteetti. Isaan kunis Lorraine and Alsace jedhama. The cause of the war. The second cause of the war known as EMS telegram kan jedhamudha. EMS telegram when you say to provoke France to declare war on Prussia. Dubbii barbaachaaf akka Faransaay warra Prussia irratti waraana bantuuf Bismarck published EMS telegram. Carefully edited version of what conversation between King William of Prussia and the French ambassador to Prussia. Keessaayyuu waliin haasaa warra namicha warra ambassador warra Faransaay Prussia keessa jiruudhaafi waliin haasaa mootii warra Prussia King William fan wajjin haasaame kun maal jedhama? EMS telegram jedhama. Kana erga edit godheen booddeetti published godhee uummataaf gadi baase. What is the main target to provoke France to declare war on Prussia? To get Alsace and Lorraine, to complete unification of Germany. In this case, his telegram was significant because it encouraged France to declare war on Prussia in 1870. Kanaaf haasaan kun haasaa jibbinsaa haasaa lolaa waan of keessaa qabuuf publish godhee uummataaf dhiyeesse. Gaaf sana immoo a person called Napoleon Napoleon the Third yeroo sana keessatti. Gaafa Prussia was ruled under William the First, France was ruled under Napoleon III. So Napoleon III soon declared war on Prussia. Then the southern German state, Bavaria, Württemberg, Baden, and Hesse, Darmstadt, entered war on the side of Prussia opposing French invasion. When France invaded Germany, because of that EMS telegram, this indicates what the German state also became on the side of Prussia. So, September 2, 1870, French forces were defeated at the Battle of Sedan. Drama Gendera, the Battle of Sadowa. Sadowa. The Battle of Sadowa, when you say, which fought between at which Austria was defeated by the Prussian forces. Now, at the Battle of Sedan on to September 1870, French forces were defeated. Now the defeat brought French Second Empire to an end. That means German also got a state which is state under them, France from their territories. So the proclamation of New German Empire at the Versailles Treaty was an act of Bismarck is effort to unite Germany. Kanafi, proclamation of New German Empire. Now German unification was completed. German became empire, an empire. Garaagarummaa Italy fi German gidduu jiru. Manni Italy became an empire, whereas Italy became kingdom. Italian kingdom taate after unification, Germany immoo maal taateetti empire taateetti fufte waan ta'eef, this one is German unification now. Pinnacle of Bismarck is effort to unify Germany. Kun bu'aa dhamaati eewwata jechuudhaan namticha Bismarck jedhamuuti. Kanaaf, finally, after the end of that war, formal treaty signed between Germany and France. That treaty known as the Treaty of Frankfurt. Treaty of Frankfurt means the treaty which is signed between Germany and France on 10 May 1871. Kanaaf Treaty of Frankfurt kun waan lama of keessaa qaba. Waan France agreed to cede to Germany the provinces of Alsace and Lorraine dura dubbadde, rich areas in the coal and the iron. Keessaa bara 1871tti amma walii galtee Frankfurtitti lafti kun lamaan Alsace and Lorraine kan jennu German territory ta'anii under the occupation of France kan turanidha. So now German got two important provinces, one Alsace and Lorraine. France agreed to pay huge war indemnities to German. That means kaasaa waraanaa guddaa kanfaluuf walii galteetti. Kanaaf inni kun maal ta'e jechuudha, German unification now completed. France punished by the Treaty of Frankfurt. Kanaaf kaasaa waraanaa guddaa kanfalti, lafa immoo Alsace and Lorraine Germaniif deebifte jechuudha. So in 1871, Germany was proclaimed at the place of Versailles outside Paris with the King William of Prussia as German Emperor or Kaiser. Kanafi, German became what? An empire. German unification now completed in 1871. So, to complete German unification, Bismarck fought three important wars. One, Danish War of 1864, Austro-Prussian War of 1866, and Franco-Prussian War of 1870 up to 1871. Kanaaf adeemsa kana hundumaa keessa deemeet German mataa unified taateet. This all about German unification. Next video, yeroo itti topic waliin ilaallu part 4 American Civil War and Nationalism and Eastern Education kan jedhu waliin ilaalla. Kanaaf warri maatii hambaatuu bitaatan viidiyoon kun sii tole share gochuudhaan yeroo keessan mirga ga'uuf ga'ee keessan taphadha. Yoo sii tole qofa kan share gootanii. Warreen immoo maatii hambaatuu hin taane subscribe gochuudhaan maatii ta'aa isiniin jenna. Yeroo barnootaa gaarii galatoomaa.